My name is Anna Weesner, and I'm a composer. I live in Philadelphia, and I teach at Penn.
My name is Bobby Zankel. I'm a composer and a saxophone player.
My name's Jim Primosch, and I'm one of the composers that's been invited by Network for New Music to create a new piece for the concert on April 4th that will feature music by John Harbison, but also music inspired by music that John was inspired by. I was especially interested in participating in this because of my relationship with John Harbison. I was John's pupil at Tanglewood 30 years ago. John has been a tremendous mentor, supporter, a friend over these years, and I'm really very pleased to be part of this celebration.
The first thing that drew me to this project was just being offered the opportunity to compose some music for the Network for New Music Ensemble, which is really grown and developed and has a tremendous reputation. And I love to write music. That's you know, one of the great joys of my life.
Just the chance to write for Network is great. The fact that John Harbison was involved was exciting. So it's a chance to kind of think a little more about how his work has influenced me, and to think, in a sense, in the context of composing, which is one of the best ways to think.
John Harbison's music is especially of interest to me because of its breadth of expression. John can find a place in his own musical language for pre-existing musical languages, such as the folk songs that he employed in his own piece, Songs America Loves to Sing.
The idea that comes from Harbison of working with traditional American material is not one which I would have chosen myself, but one that really inspired me and made, really focused my attention.
John Harbison seems to me to be a composer who really negotiates that connection between tradition and newness in an interesting and exciting and a humble sort of way.
I picked Amazing Grace, and so my piece, which is for trumpet, piano, and bass, is a kind of a meditation on or variation on that familiar hymn tune. You probably know the tune Amazing Grace in its usual major key version. It sounds like this. For my piece for Network, I've done something a little different and cast the piece in minor. It sounds like this. I've cast it in a somewhat dark harmonic light, and it might give you a different feeling about what's inherent in that tune than you might have had from some other versions you've heard before.
I chose We Shall Overcome. Working with a popular tune, a known tune, is challenging. And one of the reasons I think it's challenging is that it's pretty easy for it to sound like the best part of the piece. So, right, sometimes when I hear a piece with quotation in it, I kind of, you sort of want to stay with the quotational part. So in a way, I think the challenge was to try to make a convincing world in which that tune would appear and be really integrated with the other things that happen.
Will the Circle Be Unbroken? I went back and listened to it from a number of traditional sources. The traditional performances of it are very, very moving, and I didn't try to deal with that kind of feeling. I dealt with, you know, my own, use my own language of composition. Most of my listening and most of my experience is playing African American music. That's, it comes out that way. But in this, for example, in this piece, with no drums, no improvisation, it's, my love for Bartok and my love for especially Beethoven string quartets, it all comes out in the way that it came out, and I hope people enjoy it.